Hey everybody, very excited today to bring you a little unboxing video of this, the December Coffee Dripper, which is not a new product, but I have found that it's not easy to find a ton of information online about this, whether they didn't do giant production runs or it hasn't caught on fully in the States. I find that most of the videos you find on YouTube are in foreign language, which if you only speak English is difficult to follow. There are some that you can watch and kind of get a vibe for it, but you can't really, I don't know. I just felt like it was important to maybe do this. I've been wanting to check it out for a while anyways. So it was a good excuse. This got the Best New Product Award in Consumer Equipment Non-Electrical in 2017. So it's late 2019 now, so it's been out for a couple years. I broke my Kalita Wave and was gonna simply replace my glass one with a metal one, and just decided that with what this coffee dripper offers, which is the same shape as a Kalita Wave, uses Kalita Wave filters, but offers the ability to control your flow rate, it was just something that I felt like I wanted to check out. I wanna know, I wanna see. So yeah, let's have it. Cool box, very simple, branded on the front, and then the top panel and the side panel kind of show you what it looks like inside. Clever, I mean, not groundbreaking, but uses wave filters are similar. For more information and tips, visit decemberdripper.com, which I didn't find super useful, but maybe I'll just revisit it. I could be missing something. 1810 stainless steel and PTFE, dishwasher safe, designed by Nicholas Cho and Youngmin Lee, made in Korea. I couldn't get this in the States. One of the only places I know to get it from is Prima Coffee, and it has been out of stock. Hopefully it will be back in stock. And I think there you could get it for $50 thereabout and normal shipping. I had to order this direct from manufacturer in Korea, so they discounted it to 40, and then with international shipping it came out to be about 75 even US dollars, which is a little pricey, but if this does everything that it's supposed to do, I won't be sad about it. So let's have at it. I'm excited to crack this open. Of course, I'm struggling with the box now. Little sticker pack, which is cool. I don't know, these are made from, it probably won't show up on camera, but like this textured material, almost like it's Kevlar. So I wonder if these can actually go on to a brewing vessel, withstand heat. Maybe they can put them on the December Dripper. Definitely will find a cool place for these. Some little branded cards that, let's see, December Dripper coffee information. So this just kind of gives you the whole rundown. December Drippers are handmade and may show minor surface imperfections. Distortion due to shock may not be repairable and may affect usage. So essentially, even though it's metal, don't drop it, don't toss it around, be careful putting it in a bag. The 2mm hex screw may need occasional retightening or adjustment. So the hex screw, and we're gonna get into that, is what makes this whole thing pretty magical. So let's just go ahead and open this up. I'm very excited. So there it is. I mean, nothing groundbreaking. It's basically, it looks like a Kalita Wave with this cool silicone kind of gripper on there. I don't know if I'm gonna leave that on. I might just take it off. I understand when it first got launched on Kickstarter, this wasn't on there, and then they added it on, which makes sense because if you're brewing hot coffee in there and then go to grab it like this and move it, I could understand maybe getting a burn or two. I don't know, I just don't love silicone. So we'll keep it on there for now, but might be taking it off. And then to get into like really the heart of this, you can see on the bottom, right now I have this thing fully opened, but this base actually rotates. And that's what they talked about with the hex screw, may need occasional retightening. There's a little hex screw right in there. And that kind of makes this whole thing able to rotate around on itself. These are two separate parts. And the awesome thing is, if you look on the side here, I've got a 0, a 1, 2, 3, and then back down. 2, 1, 0. So now I'm on 0 and everything is completely closed off. So I could use this on top of just a vessel, and I could brew normal coffee like I would in a wave, but I can close that off and do extra long blooms that kind of keep the water in there, less water for my bloom, but keep the water in there, and then open it up mid-brew, change my flow. I can also do the same if I want to make a Japanese style iced coffee, where a lot of times we're sacrificing some of that flavor for the sake of having our water volume with ice. But now what we can do is use this as like a full immersion brew, close off totally, put my grounds in, put my water in, let it sit for a minute, and then open it up to a slower flow rate, let it all drip through. Or I can do what a lot of people are using this for, is even up to like 45 grams of coffee. So I can get an output of something like 650 mLs, which is gonna, you're gonna be able to make coffee for 3 or 4 friends in just this little brewer, which is really cool. I'm excited to try this out. It feels really great in hand. The steel doesn't feel flimsy. Even this part, I don't wanna like totally yank on it, obviously, but the way it rotates, it just feels really well made. So very stoked about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my friend, we're gonna brew a V60 and brew this side by side. I'll be able to do some manipulation with the base of this and the flow rate, and then we're just gonna taste the coffees. My hope is that I can get the brightness of a V60, which I love, which is why 90% of the time I'm brewing with the V60. But I wanna be able to, with a coarse grind, still be able to slow this brew down. So I'll have the brightness of a V60, but get some sweeter notes out of my coffee. So here we go. All right, we're here. I got my buddy Doug, who enjoys coffee.
I do.
And he's gonna brew the V60. I'm gonna brew on the December Dripper. We're gonna both brew 30 grams of coffee that I just ground, and 500 mLs of water. And then we're gonna kind of compare and contrast. So let's have it. Rinse some filters. I'm gonna walk you through this, Doug.
Yeah, I'm not the expert with this.
Okay, so at least Doug is done brewing. We've both got all of our water in. We're at about, you finished, I would say, around 345. And you're just kind of finishing it up. I'm gonna give one last swirl, but that looks like you're pretty much all the way through on your grinds. This, however, still very slowly dripping, which is interesting because it's all the way opened up right now.
So that's as fast as it goes?
This is as fast as this rate goes. I have read a few things online about people feeling like it's too tight to the bottom. Mm-hmm. And one of the solutions is somebody gets a piece of steel wool and just puts it in there, and that kind of lifts everything up.
So you're saying the cone part is tight to the plate part?
The flat base of the filter ends up getting pushed down by the weight of the grinds. Okay. I don't know if that's necessarily a problem, though. I mean, I'm going to finish up at 5 minutes. You finished at, basically 3.5, even though we had like a little bit of leftover there. We're going to call this kind of, at this point, done. And smell that coffee.
Very nice.
You can already, can you get how much of a different... There's definitely something going on that's different.
Yeah.
I'm going to pour a cup of this. Why don't you pour a cup of that? Some good coffee noises right there that I had. Maybe we'll have to start just an audio.
You should sample them and make those your ringtone.
This is a Kenyan from
Kenya, I think it was.
A Kenyan bean from, talked about it on the podcast, and it just Spectrum coffee.
Yes.
Here, let's switch.
All right, switch it up. I think yours...
Do you notice anything?
I mean, I think yours tastes stronger.
Okay. But can you define that a little bit better?
I'm trying not to say bolder. Let me see again.
Well, actually, I'll ask you the first. Like, what is the first thing you taste when you taste that out of the V60? The first, not necessarily like a flavor, but a flavor type.
I'd say some tartness.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So the cool thing about this, now taste this.
Okay.
Do you get that same tartness?
I feel like it's a. I feel like it's a mellower tartness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this tastes stronger, but the tartness drops off more for sure.
So more more coffee flavor, but still all that tartness like you would get on a V60, but balanced out by some sweetness. So
yeah,
I'm excited. The first time I ever brewed on this thing. There's obviously some things I think we have to work on, just in terms of grind size and all that stuff. But cup to cup. I mean, that's a great cup of coffee still. I'm not complaining.
I'd be happy.
But this, very good. So,
yeah,
good.
It's a tremendous
Cheers.
way to make coffee.